I had a 16-year-old kid from Serbia reach out to me on Instagram. Here's what he told me. He said, "Hey Aryan, I'm contacting you because I know you can help me. I am a 3D developer in Roblox Studio and I'm earning more than both of my parents. I'm 16 years old. I want to improve my Blender skills. You will probably tell me that I already achieved a lot, but I'm sure that I can do better. Chances of you replying to me are slim. But if you're interested in helping me, please reply." And here we are making a YouTube video about him. So we're gonna break this shit down a little bit. We're gonna talk about what he's up to right now, what he can do, and then some of you who are maybe in a similar situations, or some of you who have similar ambitions, you want to go down a similar kind of path, you can pick up a couple of tips and tricks from this shit as well. So maybe you can get some ideas and it's gonna help you out as well. Okay, now guys, if you need some help with your personal journey as a 3D artist, if you want to learn more about Blender and how to get clients and how to become a professional 3D artist and all this, this is the type of shit we talk about inside the Digitally Enhanced Club, which is our Blender school. You can check that out with the link below. So if you need some help, you can sign up over there. And if you want to ask some more questions like this in general, maybe I'll make some videos from time to time. You can do so on Instagram. That's also going to be below. So here's the situation, okay? This kid is 16. He's in Serbia. Serbia, if you don't know, guys, is not a very rich country, okay? So this kid is making more than both of his parents, presumably combined. I'm assuming that he means combined. I don't know the details of the situation. It wasn't really necessary. And then through a little conversation that I had with him, I've established that, okay, now he figured out that Blender probably has the potential to help him earn more money, or rather him learning about Blender 3D puts him in a position where he has more potential. He can grow more because it's more sophisticated than just Roblox, or I don't know what exactly it is that he's doing. So this is what he's trying to get into. And now he's asking me, what can he do to do even better than this, okay? So the main thing here is he doesn't want to slave away on some minimum wage job like everybody else around him, but everybody else around him is telling him to go to university after high school. He's 16, so now he's probably like first grade of high school or second grade of high school or something. And he also asked me, what should he do about this? And this is also something that we're going to talk about because a lot of people ask me this question. Should I go to university? Should I drop out of university? Should I drop out of high school? This is the type of shit that people ask me. So we're going to talk about a little bit of all of that, okay? In fact, let's talk about that first because I think that's the most interesting subject of discussion, okay? Listen, here's the situation. First of all, let's get something straight. The people who are advising you to go to university, are they somebody who you want to emulate? Do you want to be like these people? Do you look up to these people? Do you want to be in life where they are currently? If that's not the case, then you probably shouldn't take their advice on something like your career or finances or something like that, okay? Because most of these people, they don't really know any other answer. They just think, okay, in order for you to be somebody or be something in life, you got to go to university. They don't know nothing else. This is something that I fell for as well when I went to university. I just didn't know what the fuck else to do. I didn't know what I want to do. So fuck it, everybody's going to university. What am I going to do? I'll go to uni as well. And it was complete bullshit in my experience. Everything that I've accomplished since then, none of it was because of university. I got a diploma. It's sitting in some fucking envelope somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it is. I've never opened it up. It's collecting dust somewhere. Hopefully I'm never ever going to need it, okay? So most people tell you this because they think if you go to uni, you get a degree, which is going to qualify you to get a job at a studios or a company somewhere, which is a more stable income than any of this shit that we're doing over here. Like if I tell older people in Croatia what I'm doing, or even younger people a lot of times, most people just can't understand what the fuck this is. They can't even fathom that it's possible to make a good living out of doing this type of shit, doing something creative, digital on the internet, getting clients and getting a little business going like this. Most people can't even understand this, okay? So for most people, this is not even a possibility. So you can't speak to most people about this type of shit, okay? So just understand that you can't really take advice from these kind of people, all right? So I think for you, probably university might not be the way to go because as you said in this message, I'm speaking as if I'm speaking to the person who asked me the question, okay? But you guys understand what's going on here. So the advice that I would give this kid would be don't listen to these people. Like you said, you already figured out a way to make your own money. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Anybody who pretends like going to university is about anything other than money is full of shit, in my opinion, because you go to university so that you can get a better job, a higher paying job. You do it for the salary. If you wouldn't be doing it for this, then you don't have to go to university. You can just do this shit for yourself. You can study at home by yourself. What do you need a diploma for, right? So it's all about money. And if you figure out how to make money, you don't need to go to university. And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, people are going to hire you because you can help them make money. And the diploma doesn't necessarily prove any skills. For example, I passed university I don't even remember what they were teaching me. All the business skills that I have today, which is something that I can live off of quite well, none of that is what I learned in university. So it's just a piece of paper that somebody takes the word of the professor to approve this shit. Yeah, okay, that means maybe this guy knows what he's doing, but it's not a reflection of skill necessarily. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. You're gonna learn more skills. You can learn more skills by yourself. So uni for you is probably a waste of time if you know how to make money yourself already. So let's get down to what we're actually here to talk about. What can you do next? You want to make some more money. He's already making a good living doing this Roblox shit. What can he do next? Now, I don't know if you're making money from multiple clients or one client, or you're hired at some company, or you're selling models online. It's something related to Roblox. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it doesn't really matter too much. What I'm going to tell you is that you figured out how to do something right. You figured out how to make a living, okay, better than most people around you. So you don't want to depart too far from that. You don't want to diverge too far from the methodology that you have right now, which is already something that you can use to make a good living for yourself. Okay, so you want to kind of stay on this path. Now, what that means is you can still evolve. You can still do something much better and much more sophisticated, but you don't want to diverge in the sense that you're going to switch from making models for Roblox or for video games. You don't want to switch from that to trying to do something totally different, totally unrelated. For example, you asked me, or you showed me another profile that you made on Instagram, which is meant for product visualization. You can do this, but what I'm telling you is that in product visualization, you don't have an advantage like you do in what you're doing already, because this is something that you're starting completely from zero effectively, right? So what you should do instead, number one, is stay in the domain in which you already have some success. Why? Because in this domain, I'm assuming that you already have some kind of connections. You have somebody in there, in this Roblox shit, in this video game development sphere, okay, in this space, you have somebody who likes your work enough that they're willing to pay you money for it. So these people, your customers or whoever they are your connections. They understand your value. You already have some sort of a reputation in this field. You don't have this in product visualization. So now you can stay on the road that you're on right now, but ideally, what I would suggest that you do, and this is something that we teach everybody inside the Digitally Enhanced Club, this is what we teach all our students, because this is the number one thing that everybody should be doing if you want to be successful, is you want to use your works, you want to create some cool projects, and then use that to create a portfolio, get yourself out on the internet, get some exposure on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, or whatever. Ideally, you want to do all of it. But you can see some examples of what's happening with our guys. They're posting stuff on Instagram, on YouTube, on whatever. They make some videos, they show their works. And before you know it, it blows up. They got a bunch of followers. That shows credibility, that shows clout. People asking you questions. You get to talk to all sorts of people. The people find out about you. Before you know it, you're connected with somebody who works at a studio or somebody who needs help making a project. And this is how you actually succeed as a 3D artist. This is a great way to do it. I'm not saying it's the only way, but it's one of the main things that everybody should be focusing on to some degree, okay? So you want to get on social media, ideally doing what you're already doing, which is some kind of video game shit. You can continue doing this Roblox stuff, because I don't have any experience doing this Roblox shit, but we have a guy also in our club, in the school, who made some pretty decent money, especially given his age. He's also approximately around your age, maybe a little bit older. He made some pretty nice money making some models for somebody for Roblox. It was a content creator who used this in their content, and then they pay them pretty nice money to make these models. So clearly there's some considerable money in this game, okay? But I would suggest that you try to, if you want to continue going down this road, you can try to kind of level up in the world of game asset development, let's say. So maybe this is something that you can pursue. This is something that you can form a portfolio around, okay? You can do something more sophisticated than just Roblox. I don't know. You can try to make AAA level game assets. I think that means, like, I don't know, Call of Duty. You take the gun from Call of Duty. That's like high quality, industry standard type of shit. You know, maybe this is something that you can get into, okay? So you're going to stay in video game production, video game asset creation. You're going to stay in that world where you already have some connections, which gives you a massive advantage, okay? And you're just going to evolve and keep climbing up the ladder, because I'm assuming right now, I'm thinking maybe this is not the case, but it probably is. There's a good chance that it is. And again, we can talk about this a little bit further if you're interested, but think about those people right now who are paying you, and think about who they are and who they might know and who they might potentially connect you with, especially if they say, oh shit, look, now this kid's on Instagram, now he's posting stuff, he's got some clout, he's got a reputation. They're going to want to continue to work with you if you're doing a good job. And then they maybe, through talking to them, if you know how to be social and play your cards right and network with these people a little bit, you can become friends with them. And then you can hang out with them and talk about other types of shit. And before you know it, they introduce you to their friends. This is how networking works. And before you know it, you're climbing up the ladder in this industry. So this is something that I would suggest that you do. Okay, I think everybody should kind of try and think about this stuff the same way. Okay, ideally, if you want to pursue 3D modeling, pick a path for yourself. Maybe it's product visualization, maybe it's architectural visualization, maybe it's game development, maybe it's, I don't know what the fuck else you can do. Okay, but try to pick something where maybe you already have some connections. Maybe you know somebody, maybe your dad or your uncle owns a construction company that develops, I don't know, whatever, interior design or interior renovations. They do this type of shit. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, if you get into designing interiors, which is not that difficult, maybe you can tell him, hey uncle, hook me up. You don't even gotta pay me. Let me just do something for you. Do you need some help? Here, let me. Most people will be happy to have you on board, especially if you're a younger guy. Older guys love this shit. When you want to get involved, you want to help them. Don't even ask for money. Just tell them, hey, look, hey, let me try to help you. Do you want me to visualize them? I'm trying to do this 3D shit. I'm not asking for no fucking money. I just want to get some experience and see how you do stuff. Older guys love this shit. Business owners love this shit, especially if you got some connections. So think about your connections. Try to figure out how you can help them. Try to move down that path and you'll be all right. That's my advice to you, all right? I'll see you in the next one.